Hey y'all, it's Dr. Tabika. Thanks for coming back. I had to take a nap after that last message. That was a lot of energy and that was just a lot of craziness. So I took a nap and I was asking for clarity on what that was. So basically that was for those of you who watched the last message. So that was a whole group that was intertwined with each other, and yeah, basically they all were interacting with each other and had ties to each other. So yeah, so I had to get clarity because that was confusing and too much drama, way too much, and people wonder why their lives are chaotic. So it's just best to stick with one person and one person. That's it. You create too many soul ties when you start bouncing from this person to that person. You're married to one person and then you're having relations with 3 other people, and you got a child here and a possible child here, STD over here, and everybody's sleeping together, so everybody's passing stuff around. So yeah, it's just too much. That's too much drama. And then I still keep getting the message in my meditations and my dreams about the spraying reading that I did on the shooting of the masculine situation with the inner circle. So I don't think it's happened yet. So I think it's coming up. So if you're a masculine and you have like shady people in your inner circle, or people in your inner circle that are not trustworthy, or they may have criminal backgrounds, or they're just shady individuals, or you may not even know this, but yeah, it keeps coming up. So that means if it keeps coming up for me, that means it's a situation that's getting closer to happening. Mars, which is war. So yeah, that means it's getting closer to happening. And 22, you might see 22 a lot, 222. But yeah, so just be aware of your surroundings, be aware of who you're speaking to, keep what you're doing in silent, no matter what it is or where you're going. Don't post on social media of where you're going until after you're there and after you're gone. Yeah, because it keeps coming up. So there's definitely something about a GUN and somebody doing that to somebody in their inner circle. All right, a Libra 7. No more. Give me 5 more. And it could be family, it could be a friend, it could be whoever. And it can be male, female, it doesn't matter. It can be a female setting a male up. It could be a wife setting a husband up. So just be aware. Because people are crazy these days. And I'm using quite a few decks today. I'm using my intuitive deck. I'm using my beloved ancestor deck, the crossed over loved ones, the voodoo spirit box tarot, the astro cards, the clarification deck. I'm using my male character deck. the Big Bertha deck, and yes, I think that's it. Okay, we got 4th house, home. So number 42. So far we're dealing with relationships, balance, and 4th house, home. And debilitated discomfort, 14, 4, 4, and 7. 3 more. All right, we got Aries, act number 1. And remember, with this new moon coming up, make sure you get your wishes together of things that you want. Like if you want to grow long hair, you write that down. Say, I want my hair to grow long. Put that up into the moon. If you want to get rid of anybody that's toxic in your life, make a list of all the toxic people in your life. Say, I want to get rid of all these toxic people from my life forever. Put that up into the moon. I want to stop smoking, doing drugs, drinking alcohol. Put that up into the moon. Whatever it is, I want to make this much and be successful on my company. Put that up into the moon. 2 more. All right, we got 6 health, 44, sustainability. So we got 4, 4, 4, 4 up here. All right. If you're seeing hummingbirds, that is from your ancestors. Hummingbirds, cardinals, crows, white feathers, gray feathers, butterflies. All right, last card. 51, conjunction, alliance. All right. So we got number 7, Libra. All right, Libra, ask us to strengthen all relationships with an infusion of justice, equity, equality, communication, fairness, and romance. The cardinal air sign Libra is ruled by Venus, and its symbol is balanced scales. Okay, it's connected to the kidneys, the endocrine system, and all the ways a body comes into balance. The action: compassion and purpose infuse beauty, and beauty flows from a balanced composition. To bring true balance to this situation, look at it through the lens of social justice and ask what would be unequivocally fair. Assess what you value, assess what others value, and find compromise. All right, the challenge: sometimes conflict needs to erupt before a healthy equilibrium can be reestablished. Repression is not peace. Beauty can be misleading. Aesthetics alone can be shallow, incomplete, unless loveliness express a deeper gift. The Navajo referred to the beauty way as a path of life lived in balance, living in the right relations with one another. All right, Aries, number 1. Aries asks you to remember your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. It pumps up the volume on your life force. Its energy is raw, exhilarated, directed, rude, passionate, and looking for a challenge. Use your wisdom to focus this raw power and give it a goal. Action: begin, move into a new territory, cut to the chase, be a hero. Feel your call to action and thoughtfully respond. Clear the air and clear the decks. Be crisp and to the point. Shoot from the hip. Set healthy boundaries just by being vibrantly alive. The challenge: accidents increase when you are in a hurry, rushing through a project, or impatiently distracted. This flammable temperament can spark inspiration or spark a configuration. Proceed with caution. The gift: Aries marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere. After a long, dark winter, the dead landscape comes alive. Plants that were shorn of leaves or dormant now breathe new life again. All right, we have 42, the fourth house. All right, if your chart were a village map, the fourth house would be your home base. Our early home life impacts our sense of sanctuary and how we bring things to conclusion. Action: come home and make it sanctuary. Create a place to renew and to live an intimate, authentic life. Home is an emotional space more than a physical address, but both matter. In the physical realm, it may be time to renovate, reorganize, or move in the physical realm, or to negotiate boundaries with a roommate. Create a home that feels safe and renewing at the end of the day, where you're truly off stage, so you can drop your guard and refill your wells. The fourth house also speaks of existential homesickness, of a longing for a home you've never had. If you don't have a map from childhood to create a sanctuary, make one. Be ready to do the next layer of therapy and tend to some work around family karma. Think about how you would like to have been parented. Remember then how you were parented, and then model the self-care. Visualize a meditation place, a portable sanctuary that can be home to your spiritual practice. Explore the quiet depths of your meditation. Drop down to your hara, to your center of gravity, and renew your connection to the earth beneath, the sky above, and the spirit within. If you're asking about a project, check to see if it's well situated. The challenge: let your home be a sanctuary that helps you prepare and deal with the world. Not a place in which you hide from the world. Gift: a sanctuary within your soul and a safe surroundings in which the renew allow you to regenerate. All right, the sixth house, number 44. Oops. All right, sustainability, sixth house. Sixth house would represent the central kitchen, gym, health clinic, or dog park. The sixth house speaks where you live out your daily habits, your work environment, your pets, your mind, body connection, and how you tend to your health. Action: work smarter, not harder. The opposite of dysfunction situation is sustainable ecosystem. Look at the time, resources, love, care, and sweat you put into your life. Challenge. The challenge: worry can give you the illusion that you are taking care of business, but it does not further your goals. The gift: you can create a beautiful and sustainable ecosystem out of your life as you pursue delicious, healthy work-life balance. All right, number 14, debilitated discomfort. All right. If you put a well-organized city dweller deep in the wild woods, they'd be accidentally debilitated out of their element. and pushed to live up to their potential. They may be uncomfortable, but the situation offers a chance to stretch further and develop their soul. The same goes for the planet in a sign or placement that's awkward with its nature. Okay. Action. Time, you are invaluable sidekick. This is not your game, but you have a lot to contribute nonetheless. And the long term. Benefits will be worth your efforts. Learn and listen rather than assert yourself and your opinions. Use your strength and leadership skills to support and center another person or project. Pass the ball to someone who is in position to run with it. Back up a leader, do the work behind the scene, and bolster the team. If you're not ready to do the work, you can pass the ball and leave the field. Challenge, whether you're an artist among the engineers or a linebacker among the ballerinas, you may struggle to apply your talents in this situation. In these moments, it's easy to slip into self-pity and self-doubt. Gift, you're being challenged to grow in ways you can't predict. You are being asked to diversify, stretch, and strengthen your weak muscles. All right, last one, conjunction alliance, number 51. All right, conjunction, supportive aspects. All right, anytime two celestial bodies conjunct, meaning they dance close together, they first work together and blend meaning and purpose, then begin a new cycle of their relationship, the sun and moon. The sun and moon conjunct at the new moon, which is coming up. But because the sun is overpowering, huge, it has special rules. Planets are so tiny compared to the sun that when they are close, within 8 inches of the sun, they seem to disappear or combust or lose individual power. But when the planets exactly conjunct the sun, their strength emerges and grows within the heart of the sun. Action, co-conspire. Find people and allies who support your ideas, as this is not a situation in which to go it alone. Challenge, be wary of relationships that ask you to shrink yourself to fit them. Gift, a conjunction can become greater than the sum of the parts. Okay. So that one is asking you to find a partner that you can co-conspire with, where you're equal partners, like the sun and the moon. The debilitating one is asking you that if it's not your time to shine and it's your partner's time to shine, then find out what action you can take in helping them, what role you can play. All right, 4th house, your home. Situate your home and finding a sanctuary within your home that you can meditate and find peace within there. 6th house, sustainability. Libra, find balance. Aries, take action. Okay, we got that. All right. So now I'm going to do my intuitive cards. The intuitive cards, they don't have any writing. They're just pictures. We intuitively, psychically read them. And pretty much we're pretty good with them because they do go with our reading, even though we read these prior to the actual reading. So, all right, give me something for Libra. Give me something for Libra. That one wants to come out. Okay, for Libra, oh, we got the kitty cat. Oh, it's a kitty. All right, so we have a woman with a cat. She's sitting on a sofa and she's reading a book. And that reminds me of me with my cat, of what I do on a daily basis, reading a book. So she's finding balance in her day. She's finding some quiet time to relax and to read a book and to spend time with her animal. And actually, spending time with your animal helps you ground as well. So that's good. And she has her shoes off. That helps you ground too by walking barefooted. All right. Let me have one for Aries. Let me have one for Aries. Oh, okay. All right, Aries, for taking action. Okay, we have a girl who is dressed up. She might have a nice evening dress on. And she's leaning over a table with some dice, some rolling dice. She's rolling the dice, so she might be taking some action on going gambling tonight, taking the risk. All right, I like it. Definitely taking action. All right, give me some for the 4th house home. All right, that one wanted to come out. Okay, we have a woman, and to me, I would say that's water. She's standing somewhere where there's water. Okay, so she's enjoying standing there, getting peace with the water running down on her. So that's her sanctuary right there, where she's getting peace and relaxing. I like that. I love me some water. That's my me time. Move, kitty. All right, let's do 6th house, sustainability. Move. Move. No, you're not doing that. Oh, gosh. Come on. Go. All right. 6th house, sustainability. Well, we had one here. Okay. We got the sustainability, 6th house, which is Virgo. Virgo deals with health and wellness. So we got woman that's peeling some peas. So definitely taking care of your health. Eat healthy. All right. I used to do that back in the day. All right. Okay, where did... All right, now, debilitated. Let's get 1, 4, 14, debilitated discomfort. We need 1 for discomfort. All right, and we got 1. All right, discomfort. All right, we have a chef who's cooking. He's watching fireworks outside. He's baked all kinds of good foods, sweets. So it doesn't look discomforting, but I would say by his weight and the foods that he's cooking, I would say that's discomfort. He's probably going to get heartburn because he's in there eating. Yeah, he sure is. And I don't know where his guests are, but he's eating the food, and I don't see any guests. Okay, the last one, conjunction. All right, conjunction to work with someone. Let's see. Okay, conjunction. We have a couple here on a swing and a dog on the porch. We have the sun in the sky. And they're both drinking coffee or tea or some kind of drink. He's smoking a pipe. They're relaxing. It looks like a married couple. They've probably worked well together. They've probably been married for a long time. So I'm pretty sure that they've worked together for a long time. All right, there we go. And at the bottom, we have a pretty candle for manifesting with the new moon. Okay, there we go. That's that. Okay. Now we would do our ancestor one. Of course, we got to get our spirit thrown out before we talk to our ancestors. Let's see if any ancestors want to talk. Since we did have some spirits come through the last time, we'll see who wants to come through this time. And if any of you are experiencing any ancestors trying to come through and speak to you, don't be scared. Just let them come through. Just ask them what they need. All right, any ancestors? Well, we already had one pop out. Vanity wanted to come out. Okay, hello. All right, any other ancestors want to come through and speak to anybody? Any other ancestors want to come through with today's message and speak with the message today? We have Libra, Aries, 4th house, 6th house, conjunct, and discomfort. Vanity goes with Libra. All right, we got self-care. That also goes with Libra. All right, we got active love, do nothing. That can go with our home. 4th house, time. Okay. Anybody else? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone else want to come out and say something? And these are all different ones. Oh, that's it. Okay. So let's see. Vanity. Okay, vanity. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Vanity knows this is the rhetorical question. How glorious to be her. How unfortunate that you're not. Possessed of the I am ambition, of the unshakable belief in self. She can at least humbly acknowledge what a privilege it must be for you to yield to right of way. When this card describes a memory of someone or either side of the veil, it validates the existence of great earthly love affair between Vanity and their me, myself, and I. The relationship is clearly already overcrowded, so there's no room for you. It's even potentially more historic than the love between Antony and Cleopatra, so there's that too. At best, Vanity resonates with a loved one who paid meticulous attention to an aspect of their appearance. Powerless to be seen in public without a photo-ready ego mask, they're ready, absolutely, unequivocally fabulous. Vanity is the patron saint of selfie stick. Of course, there's also the benefits along the lines of time and place to channel the inner diva who, as Marilyn Monroe said, never lets her hair down or her head down unless she's admiring her shoes. At worst, this card resonates with a personality who is a tempest in their own teapot. A vainglorious fart in a bucket, dramatic and unapologetic, loud and proud. They habitually inflate and overrate their own abilities. While obviously bad form, the excessive self-love suggests a murkier undercurrent as a descriptor. You'll also find the emotion of jealousy attached to this card. The beloved dead of vanity says that until the vain can accept love and heal, what the mirror is really showing them, they can't love anyone else. You'll inevitably, energetically disconnect and vibrate away from them. All right, so if you can relate to this, that basically means if you're always wearing a mask, if you're always worried about who you have to impress before you go out, and I'm not talking about trying to look nice, you know, you should always at least try to look your best to go out, but I'm saying overdoing it, like always worrying about who's going to see you, how you're dressed, how you look, trying to be a people pleaser. If you're always worried about that, you literally can't have love come into you, because love's not going to come to you until you can love yourself. And you can't love yourself if you're worried about others loving you and appeasing others. So love yourself for who you are. You can't really change a lot about you, so be happy. All right, the next one is time. Should you receive this card, there's something significant about a date or time that factors prominently in the memory or experience of an ancestor or individual. It could be your loved one's birthday or date that they'd like to acknowledge, excuse me, that belongs to you or another family member. Is this the anniversary of their passing? Time also appears to say too soon, validating a connection with a loved one who experienced an ultimately or sudden passing. Taken literally, the beloved dead of time looks at a pocket watch, tapping the casing impatiently as if to say, time waits for no one and it won't wait for you. Or the opposite advice might resonate with you. This card could be cautioning you to rein in those reactionary horses so that you can remain patient and wait for the right timing. In any case, beloved dead of time asks you that you take a beat, pause, and assess your own current experience with its passage. All right, wind up for myself. I just had a few persons of my family's passings just passed by over the last couple weeks. But we also deal with divine timing as well. Everything's about divine timing, and if you and your partner that you want to come into contact with, if you are not on equal alignment, God will not allow you to come into contact with them as of yet, no matter how bad you try. Like, let's say you had set up a date with them to meet, and say you are all ready and excited about that date, and it comes time for that day and you get a flat tire and you can't make it, and you do it again, and this time a meeting comes up. Well, God's telling you it's not the right time because you're not in alignment. Say that person's on a higher vibration than you are right now, because they've done more of the healing. They're further along than you are, so you can't come into contact with them because God's protecting them from you. Not really that they think you're going to hurt them, but because you're not on that level of healing yet. It's the people that you're around. So that can bring them down, and he doesn't want them to come down from where they're at. So just remember that. All right, now we have 2 left. All right, this is the act of love. Do nothing and self-care. All right, self-care. Healers, nurturers, and caregivers have the innate blessings of compassion, empathy, and altruistic service. You do for others because you can, and because it's virtually impossible for you to just not care. When, however, you go to your well of inspiration and energy and find it low or, heaven forbid, dry, there's a need to responsibly manage and restore this resource. It's often easier to be selfless with others rather than sternly appraising time and energy directed solely on self. Time spent on self seems like being selfish. Yet, in the spirit of self-care, this act of love card asks that you be selfless with yourself. Give yourself the time, full attention, and love that you need to be whole and well. Direct those luminous gifts of compassion, kindness, and unconditional love inward, where they can heal and replenish you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, and vibrationally. By continuing a regimen of self-negotiation and depleting your energetic stores, you're running yourself to the ground. The beloved dead knows your heart, and they surround you with support. They ask you to flip that neon "open for business" sign to "close for renovations." Attune your own feelings and needs, and dedicate to a beautiful act of self-love. And this is something I've had to learn my entire life, because our energy depletes so quickly and so fast, especially when we're doing our work that involves our energy. It goes so quickly. So you definitely have to put that energy back into yourself. Or else your energy will be so low and you will feel drained and just depleted for the rest of the day. And that's why I love being in the beauty industry, and that's why I combine all of my services into one: my counseling services with the esthetician services, beauty services, and my candle business, everything all into one. Because I love to make people feel beautiful, and I love making them shine. And yeah, so you got to take care of yourself. All right, 1 left. Do nothing. The do nothing card is asking you to sit on your hands. That's right. Stop, blink, give it a beat. The core intent of this card isn't grounded in the spirit of indolence and apathy. It's not suggesting that you put up your feet and indulge in the quality navel gazing while others are working tirelessly around you. This card promotes an awareness that in some cases, the wisest, highest good choice is actually inaction instead of action. You don't make any decisions or commit to response in this moment, particularly rash or reckless ones that could lead to future regret. Or maybe you're worrying about nothing. Impetus resumes without any fine finagling on your part. Let it take its natural course. If you receive do nothing, you may also be directing well-intentioned energy toward an serviceable situation. Ask yourself whether your involvement at this time or at all is really sensible. What good can you really do? Can positive change genuinely be effective, or is somebody better served by just figuring it out for themselves? In any event, this act of love asks you to trust that it's all good. Let it be. Sometimes you have to tell people no. You can't help. You don't want to, and just let them do it on their own. because you really do have to conserve your energy. Yeah, you really do. So don't be afraid to set your boundaries, say no. And so now let's get to our reading, and then we'll do our men's characteristics and our other two clarification decks, okay? Hopefully we get something better than yesterday, because that family drama was just way too much, like literally. So, all right, let's get to it. Here we go. All right, something over here for Libra and the girl. All right, we have the sun, Lisa. All right, so the sun came out for Libra. Somebody's sun sign could be Libra. All right, let's get one for Aries and the gambling. Can I have one for Aries and the gambling? So there could be an Aries gambling, an Emperor gambling. That's a gambler, addicted to gambling. If you are, get some help. Aries. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. All right, the walking away card. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. As you see, all the buckets are empty. He doesn't want to refill it. He doesn't want to look back. Never look back. Once you've decided to not go back, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Stay going toward the future path. The sun is ahead. Definitely. All right, give me something for fourth house home. Give me something for fourth house home. Give me something for fourth house home. All right, fourth house home, we got the Two of Coins. All right, the Two of Coins is juggling, trying to make a decision between two. All right, so your fourth house home. And we're going to get clarifications on all these. All right, give me something for the sixth house. Give me something for the sixth house. All right, sixth house, we got the Hanged Man. The snake around the heart and the cross. The Hangman. Trying to find a new perspective on a situation. So that's health, wellness, gym. Number 44s. Yeah, getting truth and clarity on a situation. Making a decision. Going forward. Okay. Let's get something on debilitated discomfort. Debilitated discomfort. All right, the Three of Cups. That one came out yesterday. That one is, it has a few meaning. It can be third party, which can be family. It can be outside sources, third party. Okay. So discomfort, third parties, discomfort. All right, conjunction, working together. Conjunction, working together. All right. We have the Magician, working together. Okay, he has all the tools to work, to make it work. He's all the tools and resources you need to make it work. All right. And the bottom we have Justice. I don't know where this story's going. We shall see. All right, give me one for the Sun. Clarify the Sun. Oh, Justice came out for the Sun. So she has a sun in her arms, and we have the Sun here. All right, and the background story for this is she's holding her son, and she has the knife because she's standing up for justice in her community for something that's happened. Her name's Urzuli Danter. All right, so we have Justice and the Sun. So the Sun's illuminating some kind of justice, some kind of injustice that's happened. So let's get something for the Eight of Cups. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Clarify this Eight of Cups. All right. For the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. So 5 and 6. So the Five of Swords is fighting, conflict. As you see, she has the sword with blood on it. And you see the swords on the floor. There's 4 swords on the floor, so she killed 4 people. And then we have the Six of Wands. So that's celebratory energy, celebrating success, rewards. So celebrating after some conflict, after walking away from things that don't serve you. Okay. So we have the Sun illuminating some kind of injustice and those getting justice. Somebody's walking away from things that no longer serve them, where there's conflict and fighting amongst 5 people. And now there's celebratory energy. And now there's a situation of a decision that needs to be made amongst 2 opposing sides. Clarify the Two of Coins. What's the Two of Coins? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. And he's lighting some Palo Santo in his mouth. And remember, these are the voodoo cards. Okay. So the Knight of Wands, he usually thinks without, or I'm sorry, he reacts without thinking. So he takes action quickly without thinking first. He's the Wands, so that's fire. The Knight of Wands, and then the Two of Coins. So that's the man in the picture here. So he's taking quick action to make a decision. Let's see, so an injustice was done. The sun's illuminating that. Take justice. Man's walking away from things that no longer serve them. He's fighting amongst 5 people. There's celebration after an injustice and conflict. There's a decision between 2. A man is taking a hasty action without thinking. Someone needs to come to a new perspective. Give me something on the Hangman. What's this Hangman? It'll make sense in a minute. What's this Hangman? Clarify the Hangman, please. All right, we got the Ace of Swords, the truth. So someone's trying to get clarity on the truth. We have the Emperor on the bottom. Someone's trying to find out the truth on some injustice that was going on. About a death on a hermit. All right, let's see the Three of Cups. What's this Three of Cups? Clarify the Three of Cups, please. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. All right, we got the Empress on the Three of Cups. Okay, so the Empress feels like she's a third party, which is not good. All right. Okay, the Magician. Clarify the Magician. The Page of Cups, which here is a voodoo doll. The Page of Cups is a message. It's usually in the regular tarot, a cup. It's supposed to be an apology, but it usually is a cup with a fish in it, so it's a fishy apology, a fishy message. Not always a sorry. So it's a voodoo doll. Someone's not really apologetic. They're performing some kind of ritual, especially with the Magician here. So they're doing some kind of ritual here. Black magic. And then we got the Ten of Swords on the bottom. Yeah. So there's something going on. So we have a third party. The Empress feels like she's the third party here. Someone's in Hangman trying to find clarity and truth. Someone's paid a magician to do some voodoo work. And then someone's over here walking away from conflict, trying to get into a better situation. And then someone over here is walking toward the sun to see justice. So give me something on the justice and the sun. What's the justice and the sun? What's the justice and the sun? We got the World. A cycle is closing so another cycle can begin. Wow. So this person is getting justice by cycle closing. Wow. This is all major arcana over here. Okay. Sheesh. All right, give me something on the Six of Wands and the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Six of Wands, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups. Six of Wands, Five of Swords, Eight of Cups. All right, we got the Tower. The Tower is falling down on a King of Pentacles. Whoever this King of Pentacles, you're going down. A Tower is falling. Okay, so I guess he did not walk away. This could be an Aries who is addicted to gambling, has a gambling addiction or some kind of addiction. You were supposed to walk away from something in the past and not look back. I guess you did not. There was conflict, or there could have been an actual, murder. There was a celebration supposed to be had or taking place. As you see, they're all tied up still, so the celebration didn't take place yet. A Tower happened. It's happening. So, yeah. This King of Pentacles, oh no, you did some kind of injustice. The cycle's closing. That's not going to be a good Tower. Give me something on the Knight of Wands and the Two of Coins. Horse of Wands and the Two of Coins. Clarify the Horse of Wands and the Two of Coins. Horse of Wands and the Two of Coins. Shit. Give me something on the Horse of Wands and the Two of Coins. All right, we got the Page of Swords, which here, it's another page. It's another voodoo doll. The Page of Swords in regular tarot is a young boy with a sword. It's for spying, communicating. Here, it's for communicating with the voodoo doll with the nails in the voodoo doll. So they're trying to communicate by putting nails in the doll. They're going to get a message through, that's for sure. Spying. So they're getting somebody for spying. Huh. Fire. So somebody took action without thinking. So this Knight of Swords over here, I said Knight of Swords. That's a Page of Swords. Why did I say Knight of Swords? Huh. This Knight of Wands, this King of Pentacles that didn't take action. It could be the Knight of Wands over there that took risky action. Oh, we do have the King of Swords here. It's about to take action. We do. A decision. So because he didn't make a decision to walk away, but then he made a quick, risky decision to not walk away. There was no celebration. There was an injustice. And then somebody else the Empress was a third party, and she's getting clarity. Okay. All right, give me something on the Empress and the Three of Cups. Empress and the Three of Cups. We're getting it. Empress and Three of Cups. The Emperor. The Emperor came out. Wow. Holy moly's, and Death on the bottom. Okay. So like I was saying a second ago when I was reevaluating. So this Knight of Wands is the action that this King of Pentacles took or did not take. So the thing is, okay, this King of Pentacles, okay, he was supposed to walk away in the past from people, places, and things that no longer serve him, okay? He was supposed to move toward his North Node, all right, in order to close out a cycle. He chose not to do that. So because he chose not to do that, there was a whole lot of conflict and chaos around not only him, but those that were coming in with him that were supposed to be a celebratory moment. And so what happened was he was supposed to make a decision between his past, his South Node, staying with the one he was married to or with, or move forward into his North Node and be with his twin flame soulmate, whatever, the one that God wanted him to be with. So he decided to be in this Knight of Wands, quick action, non-thinking, fiery temptation behavior. And instead of communicating correctly to the Empress, who he was supposed to be in his North Node with, who he had in a third party, he got a Tower moment. The Empress was in this Hangman moment, thinking and getting clarity and healing. And then she came out as the Sun. She got her justice and she closed out a cycle. And then her Emperor came in. But the reason she's getting justice is because this King of Pentacles was in the background doing voodoo, hired a practitioner, a magician, to do spells on her and this Emperor. On her, so then this Emperor steps into the picture, and we're about to find out what is going on with this Emperor. So, all right, let me see the Hangman and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords and the Hangman, clarify. Ace of Swords and the Hangman. Oh, the High Priestess. So yes, the Empress is the High Priestess. So she didn't need to go to anybody for anything. She is her own witness and truth. And we got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Okay. Yes. So he definitely messed with the wrong one. Yes. Okay. Let me verify the Doll of Cups and the Magician. Doll of Cups and the Magician. Doll of Cups and the Magician. Clarify. Doll of Cups and the Magician. I got 7 of Coins, which is 7 of Pentacles. Somebody that's planting seeds. So he paid to have this done. Yep. The 8 of Pentacles. He was paying, working with this practitioner to have this done. To hold back this relationship. Wow. All right, I want to get something on the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. The 8 of Swords. So he tried to put this Emperor into the 8 of Swords, which is a mental imprisonment to prevent him from going in the Chariot, from moving forward. So the King of Pentacles tried to put the Emperor into an 8 of Swords mental imprisonment. That's not going to happen. And then the Devil under the Chariot. And 7 of Cups, confusion. No. No, no, no. Not gonna happen. Clarify the World. Clarify the World. Clarify the World. Dumbella, the World. Nine of Coins, yeah. They're moving on. They have their independence. They're alone are the 9 of Coins. And together they're the 10 of Coins, which is the 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't. See, we have the 10 of Coins here. They're good. My goodness. Alright, clarify this Doll of Swords. Well, shit. Clarify this Doll of Swords. The 8 of Wands. Okay. So, as I said, fast communication. This is the fastest communication you'll get. The 8 of Wands. It's fast communication or fast movement. Either way, it's the fastest you're going to get. So, I want to see what this Tower is. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. The Tower is the Fool. He was a fool to try and stop this new beginning for them. And he was also a fool to stop his beginning, because now he's going to be stuck in this cycle of repeating old cycles that he's never going to get out of. Clarify the Fool. Clarify the Fool. All right, the Fool is the 4 of Swords. Yep. He's going to keep repeating the same cycles. 2 of Swords. He's going to be blinded to his journey. He's never going to know which way to go. Yep. And the Lovers, he's going to repeat the same ones over and over again. It's going to be the same ones, just different people. And he's always going to feel the same rejection over and over again. And he's going to be in the same King of Wands energy, which is that player energy, fire energy. He's never going to be satisfied. He's never going to settle down. All right. Oh, my goodness. Ay, 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 ay. All right. Can I get The final message for the Emperor and Empress here. Final message for the Emperor and Empress. Final closeout for the Emperor and Empress. The Queen of Swords. Final message for the Emperor and Empress. Queen of Swords. Final message. Okay. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Emperor is going to be the King of Pentacles, and the Empress is going to be the Queen of Swords. She's going to speak her mind, and she's going to make a lot of people angry. He's going to make his money and move on up. And he's going to make a lot of people angry with all the money he's going to have. They're both going to make money together, and she's going to speak her mind and speak bluntly and do her thing as the High Priestess. All right. So that was that. That was confusing at first, but we got it. See, you don't want to mess up your path that you're supposed to be on. Don't want to do it. All right, we will get some of these first. All right. Give me something for here. Give me some messages for this situation. Give me something for this situation. Please and thank you. All right, we got stalker alert. So somebody is stalking. We got March 3rd could be relevant, either March or 3rd. April 4th could be relevant. Powerful connection with God's source. All right, the letter I could be relevant. Anything else? Anything else? We got abandonment issues. If you have any abandonment issues, please work on those, because that'll make you feel like insecure and not wanted, and you don't want to come into connection and put that out on your other person. Anything else with this? Okay, we got karma is a bitch. It sure is. It literally is. We got 333. Those are always my numbers, master numbers. Got those from my ancestors. You reach those numbers when you reach a certain level. Anything else? Oh, that's it for those. All right. Okay, now we'll do these, and then we'll do our men's characteristics. All right. Any messages for this situation? Oh, shit. Okay, let's see what we got. Make sure you're saging and Palo Santoing your home and yourself each and every day. Do around the window sills and the doors. All right, we got mask, hidden motive, concealed, disguise, lying. Somebody's wearing a mask. We got family, generations, children, ancestors, and origin. We got proposal, love offer, engagement, agreement, wish come true. We got relationship, commitment, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. Travel, distance, boundaries, far apart, getaway. We got snake, deception, shady, temptation, and enemy. Home, comfort, safety, belonging, shelter. Toxic relationship, fighting, codependent, misunderstanding, trigger. Ghosted, disappear, silence, ignored, rejected. Addiction, toxic attachment, drugs, alcohol, obsession. And storm warning, upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, and trauma. Like I said, we got with the Aries, that was addiction to gambling, or it could be alcohol, drugs, anything, a person. So somebody's wearing a mask, they have a hidden motive, or like they said in the beloved dead card, you're just worried about your looks before going out. We got our ancestor family card. Somebody's getting a proposal in a relationship. Somebody's traveling because they're far within distance. There's a snake around people. I told you about that shooting incident, so just be careful. There's somebody shady around you. Somebody's home is comfort, like we were saying for the 4th house, your home. Somebody's in a toxic relationship right now they need to get out of. It's triggering. Somebody ghosted, somebody rejected them, somebody's addicted, and there's a storm warning, which is that tower moment. So somebody's going to have a tower. All right, last one, our men. All right, let's see what our men are doing. All right, give me some stuff for our men in this situation. What are some stuff about our men who are in this situation? Give me some characteristics of our men in this story. Give me some characteristics of our men in this story today. Oh my, that was a lot. I wonder if player came out. That would be funny if it did. Any more? All right, let's see what came out. All right, let's see. All right, we have the geek. Nerdy but successful. He can code your app, but might glitch in conversation. Number 23. So we have the geek. Nothing wrong with that. Then we have number 48, the secret agent, mysterious and elusive. He'd tell you his name, but then he'd have to disappear. Oh my goodness. Who's the secret agent? Oh, the sailor, adventurous and worldly, one in every port. Can you keep him? I would say he's like the player, number 47. Oh, we have number 28, the lifeguard, heroic and sun-kissed. Do you need the rescuer or the rescue? Who's the lifeguard here? And then we have the lawyer, number 27, persuasive and sharp. He'll argue his way into your heart and out of taking out the trash. All right, and then we have number 37, the pilot, curious and well-traveled. He'll sweep you off your feet, literally. I don't know about that. All right, number 54, the therapist, supportive and insightful. He'll understand your problems and bill you for it. Now, wait a minute now. All right, number 9, the carpenter, handy and reliable. He'll build your dream house, but never finish the kitchen. And number 52, the survivalist, resourceful and paranoid, prepared for everything except a second date. I don't know if I can handle that. And the last one, number 33, the model. Beautiful and sought after. Beauty fades, but substance endures. Oh boy. That is the vitality one we were talking about. All right, that was cute. I like that. All right, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. So always stay on your path. That's the right one. It will never fail you. All right, see ya. Bye.